Is Mr. Miyagi finally going to appear in the final season of Cobra Kai? No. Now, maybe he will, but this news, this headline, this clickbaity thing that I just put on my video isn't because he is returning. No, it's not. It's not going to be a flashback. No. Now, hang on for a second. You'll forgive me because I did that clickbait title for two reasons. One, because Deadline did that to me and other fans of The Karate Kid with a similar headline I'll tell you about in just a moment. And two, we're going to turn their clickbait headline in this news into something rather interesting, although meta, for the fans of The Karate Kid and Cobra Kai. Hey, my name is Will. I'm the host of 1980s Now, a weekly podcast that examines 1980s pop culture and its continued influence today. Check it out on all your podcast apps. So yeah, like as I mentioned, Deadline reported that the Cobra Kai had cast a, quote, iconic Karate Kid character and went on to say that it was one that originated in the Karate Kid. So I was excited thinking it might be Mr. Miyagi. Of course, he'd have to be in a flashback, but that's okay. We've seen a young John Kreese. We've seen a young Terry Silver. But no, it turns out that C.S. Lee, an actor who's appeared in Dexter and Avatar: The Last Bender, among other films and TV shows, is actually going to be playing a young Master Kim Sun-young. Remember him? Nah, you don't. And that's okay. You're forgiven. I'm a huge fan of the films and the TV show, and I needed something to remind me. Well, it turns out that Master Kim was first mentioned in Karate Kid 3 by Terry Silver when he was explaining to Daniel LaRusso, played by Ralph Macchio, that he was trained by Master Kim. John Kreese were both trained by Master Kim. And then in the Cobra Kai show, in a series of flashbacks, we saw Master Kim, in fact, training a young Terry Silver and a young John Kreese. At that time, it was played by a different actor. Don Lee actually appeared in the Cobra Kai to portray that character. But we've seen Master Kim, it is believed, and it seems reasonable to think so, earlier in Karate Kid 1, in fact, when Daniel LaRusso visits the Cobra Kai dojo in hopes of getting some training necessary to be able to combat his bullies. Now, spoiler alert, his bullies are actually already training there, so it doesn't work out that way. But this is before he meets Mr. Miyagi. But there hanging on the wall is an image of a martial artist, seems like a master of some sort. And although the image is not easy to make out in the footage that's available now because it's blurry in the background, using some CSI techniques we were able to zoom and enhance, and here is a better look at the image. After some Google reverse image searching and some eagle-eyed YouTubers that are more clever than I am, we were able to determine that this is in fact a real-life martial artist and a master named Jun Chong. And Jun Chong is a 10th degree grandmaster in Taekwondo who first arrived in the Los Angeles area in the 1970s and opened his school there, much like John Kreese opened Cobra Kai. Only Master Chong is not evil in teaching people to strike first and strike hard. Instead, he was teaching a number of young folks of various ages, how to the martial arts, including a number of celebrities. And bringing this back to the Karate Kid universe in a very fascinating way to me. Again, remember, Terry Silver said that Master Kim taught him. The picture of Master Kim in the original Karate Kid, before we even had a Terry Silver, before the writers even knew there was going to be a Terry Silver, Jun Chong's picture's hanging there as Master Kim in the first Karate Kid. And then here is a picture of real-life Jun Chong with one of his students from back in the day. It's in fact the young actor at the time, Thomas Ian Griffith, the gentleman who ultimately plays Terry Silver. Wow. Okay, so that came full circle. So all right, so we're not getting Mr. Miyagi as far as we know. Maybe there's another actor who'll be cast as him, and for some flashbacks in this final season, or maybe they'll keep that secret. It'd be more interesting if it was a surprise, right? Like seeing Luke Skywalker appear in one of the episodes of the Mandalorian, that sort of thing. Anyway, there you have it. We took a clickbait headline and turned it into something more substantial. That's what we do on our show. Check us out every week on any podcast platform. 1980s Now. I'll talk to you then.